Hey, we're here with Tanya Martin, mental health professional, community activist, and all-around fun person. And she's on the spot.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll see what you say after we ask this question.
Oh, gosh.
If you could have dinner with 3 famous people, who would you invite and why?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I'd say probably first would be Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
Just because I think that he has a lot of sound judgment, especially in the day of this time, where a lot of things are very divided somewhat, and that has the potential for that. So I think
he'd have some good
He would have some good conversation and great insight. I think that would be my first. My second, let's see, maybe would have to be, I'm going to have to pick a band here, but just because, and this can be alive or dead. They can be alive or dead, right?
You didn't specify,
yeah, so
rock on.
I'd say Eddie Vedder with Pearl Jam, just because... a huge fan there, and I think he would have. He's also like kind of a political activist, so maybe some great insight into the world today. And third, let's see. I don't know. That's a tough one, Natalie. I don't know. Third one.
I mean, you got
third
so
one.
many.
I know, it's so many.
Throw a lady in there.
Oh yeah, a lady would
let's
be
throw
good.
A lady in the mix.
I'd maybe Amelia Earhart.
Oh, that's a great one. Unexpected.
But just because I'd like to see, she's a great pioneer of, many things. And I think that would be a quite interesting conversation.
That would be a very interesting dinner.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Tanya, I know you do a lot. Just share some of your top 3 things you're doing right now.
Ooh, right now we are getting ready for Uptown Music Fest.
Right, I've been seeing the promos for that.
And that is like a huge thing for us because we started, and I'll get into Wine by the River next, but we started at the sports complex doing events and for charity because we give back to a different charity every year. But we added Uptown Music Fest about 3 years ago. And it is growing as well, so we're happy about that. But we have that at the Virginia Museum of Natural History, so we try to promote that as well, like for people to come. And I know they've had several big events here recently also,
right,
with the Dino Fest and everything. So we really try to kind of encompass not just Uptown, but having an event for people to go to, bringing in not just local bands, but new bands that people haven't heard of. Having somewhere for people to go that is exciting and new, and just a great time.
And this is through
MWW Foundation,
right.
Yes. So the Matthew Wayne Wade Foundation, which we began in 2013. The Wine by the River Festival, which we do have at the sports complex every October, third weekend every October, and this is in memory of our friend that passed away. So the whole premise is, and the mission is to do good works, try to do local fundraisers for our community, and also take those proceeds and give back to the community.
Right, honoring the memory.
Absolutely. And then we want to, promote, events, Uptown events in the Martinsville, Henry County area, just in general as well. So it really is a good thing all the way around.
Right. So lots of cool activities to engage the community, to get people out. How has that, you think, supported people coming out of COVID?
I think it's been great. I mean, and we've seen like a really huge uptick of people coming out and wanting to not just participate in events, but like support them. 2021 and 2022, I think, was kind of like our little buffer years, if you will.
Right.
For people, some people were coming out, others, were still kind of, cautious, if you will. But, 2023, I think, has been like where everyone is coming out.
Just
which is
wanting
great.
to do stuff.
Just wanting to do stuff. Absolutely. So, and we're really hoping for great attendance at both. And, luckily we have, our EDC, our Visit Martinsville is great. And, all of our other sponsors that like try to help and bringing in outside tourism. It's a great thing. So, and I think that people are really, like you said, just wanting to have something to do and go places.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. In addition to all this great work you're doing with MWW, what else are you up to?
Oh gosh, working. Yes, I work at Piedmont Community Services, so that takes up a lot of my time during the day usually, and sometimes after the fact. But that's really a rewarding job role as well, or career, if you will, because I get to help people also. And that's our main goal. If we can all work together and help people and do good things, that to me is makes a good community, makes a good society, and it's just a win-win. Yes.
Talk to us about some of the work you're doing with Piedmont.
I work with mental clients, adults with mental health illness. And so, I mean, it can be a wide range of things there. We do a lot of community events as well. I usually work out of the Stewart office, but,
Okay.
sometimes I'm on Clay Street, sometimes, in the community. But we try to promote just overall good mental health.
Right.
And because that's important. Like if your mind is not right and you got to have your body right. Everybody works out. Everybody does good with their bodies, usually physically, you think of health as, you want to be healthy physically, which is great. Like you need that, but your mental health is also very important.
Absolutely.
And you've got to maintain that. And like, you definitely need to be able to get the support you need and not feel any kind of shame about that. Like if you do need that help.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. So it feels like a lot of your work is aligned with MWW. Right. I don't know why I just get tongue-tied. MWW and Piedmont Community Services, in that you're creating opportunities for the whole person to be supported, to enjoy life in more holistic ways. What are some of the things you do for fun when you're not doing all of this work stuff? What are you doing?
Well, and I hate to say this, but I try to go to local events.
In addition to hosting local events,
I try to go to local events. I mean, and just enjoy like their amenities there, meaning like their food trucks, their, the local breweries, the local wineries or whatever that they may have there, the entertainment, the music. And I also like to, go to dinner, just leisure activities, good self-care activities. And I've recently gotten into gardening. Yes.
Really?
Yes. I'm mainly am an animal person, always have been.
Okay.
So I can keep animals alive, Flowers and gardening was never my thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think I had a green thumb
Mine
at all.
either.
I was just like, I killed everything I tried to grow. And I was like, is this something like I'm doing something wrong? Like it needs water, I know, but what's going on?
That's a key.
Right, that's a key thing. But I started out with some succulents, and like then I graduated on to some calla lilies and like different stuff like that.
Okay,
and then
that's fancy.
So now, and it's funny because one of my good friends moved like 2 doors up from me, 2 houses up from me, and I gave her some of my flowers. And so I'm like, you got to water them. You got to water them. Like,
oh no! So now you're coaching.
Now I'm coaching about these plants. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, so in my back deck and in the front, like I have a lot of the plants and stuff. And so that, getting back to what I do for spare time, I get home from work and like I like to water my flowers. And I'm sounding old now, I guess. Right?
I was not going to say anything.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, so I water my flowers and I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. So, but it's just taking that time to have that moment to yourself.
Absolutely.
And whatever that is, that healthy, and I call it healthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Really do work and really do keep you well-rounded. And I think that is the key. Like you need to keep yourself well-rounded so that you can help others and you can be able to contribute to the community.
Yeah, we all have to have that thing, whether it's gardening. My thing is walking.
Yeah.
It just, that gives me the opportunity to really clear my mind. And I like to do it in the morning. So I start the day outside, breathing fresh air.
Right.
Just collecting my thoughts, gearing up for whatever it is that I have going on. And then I enter the day with more peace and focus.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. And it just clears your mind. And like for me, like when I do work in Stewart, like that drive for me, like after I water my flowers and then I get on the road and I'm like, that little drive there, it kind of clears my head and gets me kind of prepared for the day, and I run through everything that I'm, on my list, in my mental list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you listening to Pearl Jam as you're driving?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. I do. I have it on my playlist. I have a ton of things on my playlist. I mean, and then I mean, it's so funny because like me and my girlfriend were laughing about it the other day. If you listen to my playlist, like you'll hear a Pearl Jam song and then you hear Biz Markie like right after.
Yeah,
and
you got a mix.
Yeah, I've got a mix. So, that's why it's called, Tanya's playlist. So it's like, it's a lot of different things there.
Yeah, I kind of categorize my playlist. Like I have a playlist that's really good for road trips.
Right.
Then I have a playlist that's like a girl power kind of playlist. It just depends on my mood.
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was going to the beach to see my brother and I stopped at a Sheetz, which I had this on my other playlist. So it's kind of like a workout, like hype playlist, I think.
Yeah, I got a workout playlist.
Yeah, there you go. And they were playing it at the Sheetz in at Ridgeway, and it was like they had old school rap on, and I was like, oh man, that's gonna be great to drive to. So I switched my playlist and put that on. So the whole way down there, I'm like listening to like old school rap, and I'm like, I was pumped. Like I felt like I got down there in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was 4 hour drive though.
I was like heavy foot.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, and it makes you makes you speed a little bit.
What are some other things you're looking forward to this year outside of all of these great events? Is there something else happening that you're pumped about?
Personally, no. I mean, just looking forward to any new things that may come up and things that are already planned. And I know there's some other, and not to get back on events, but there's a ton of other great things going on, like Sounds on the Square has been going on, and then I get to travel some. I go out of town on the weekends to West Virginia. Sometimes my boyfriend, he does like the Greenbrier, and we go up there and get to visit. I love the little town of Lewisburg, West Virginia. It's very quaint, very good. That's some good restaurants.
I'll have to put that on my list.
Yes, you got to go check that out. Go to the Humble Tomato. That's a good one.
All right. Good food?
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite thing there?
Ooh, they do like a salmon and like a risotto.
You already got me. You got me.
Yes, and a seasonal risotto with it. Oh man,
my mouth is watering.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then they have a mixologist there that like does the drinks like just to perfection. I mean, really, they're really good.
Mentally, I am there.
Yes, I mean, I've already taken myself back there. Yeah, so. And honestly, the whole time I'm there, I'm always thinking I'm walking down the street and looking at shops, and I'm like, ooh, this would be cool here. This would be cool here.
Right.
So, you're always like trying to progressively think about what can we do? What can, what can we improve upon?
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been active in thinking through strategies to develop Uptown and create opportunities for Uptown to grow. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, that was really fun. I mean, with Uptown Partnership and really focused on that and just trying to great minds come together and develop, like I said, anything that could help draw people in, that could help our existing businesses and people thrive,
right, exactly.
Basically. So, yeah, I mean, and I love that type of work. I love being able to have input and help develop those type of ideas because let's face it, we've had a lot of people that have moved back to this area,
right,
which is great. And you and I have talked about this before, but having that powerhouse of people and have that genuine care for the area is super important and super just
really
beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing. It really is.
If you had one wish, like something, you got the magic genie lamp. And you could have one wish for something coming into Uptown, what would you want that to be?
I mean, I think, just imagine. I mean, and we already have like a lot of great restaurants, but some specialty restaurants, specialty shops type thing has always been what draws people in. You know what I mean? Like it makes it a destination. We and beautifying it too, but we, just a mix of those type things and just keep bringing new things in, keep bringing new things in and improving on the old. And, that would be my wish.
Yeah. I'll tell you in that specialty restaurant category, Indian.
Yes. That would be great. Yes.
That I would love that.
Yes, and my cousin and I were talking, and possibly looking at doing like a speakeasy like they have in Rocky Mount and Anastasia's, because if you walk in like several different blocks, I mean, there's so many different things to experience, like within like a small area. And that's what we need too. And there's never too much. There's never too much. Like a lot of, I know people in the area like sometimes saying, "Oh, well, we already have one of those. We can't have that." But that's ridiculous. Like you can have a lot of different specialty things, and you can have a lot of different restaurants and different things that, you know, people might choose to eat here one night and here another.
Right. This is the magic of kind of the food court concept, because when you go to a food court, you might have something in your mind that you want, but the line is too long, so then you look around and you're like, well, I'll try something new. I'll go over here. Right. And those businesses feed off each other.
Exactly, absolutely, so, and it makes it a destination. Like, you know, you're not going to drive out of town just to go to like one restaurant that's, you know what I mean, necessarily, unless you got to be like darn good, which is, they're good, but you know, if you, like you said, if you have like a lot to choose from and a lot of activity going on there, then, you know, people want to experience that. That's what they want. They want options.
Yeah, I love options. Yes. And I have discovered some really great places to eat based on that situation where the wait's too long. This one place, well, let me check this other place out. And I'm like, this is perfect.
New fave.
New fave.
Right. Absolutely.
New fave. So share how we can support MWW and all the things you all are doing.
Just attend, you know, make sure, mark it on your calendar, come and be a part of that and enjoy, you know, the entertainment. We're going to have like a ton of vendors for Wine by the River. We don't have as many for Uptown Music Fest because that's meant to be more of a concert series. Yeah.
And there's not the same kind of space layout.
Correct. Yeah. But Wine by the River, we have a ton of vendors that will be set up, artisan vendors, specialty vendors, food vendors, you know, all the above. So come check them out, because sometimes all they do is events, you know, and that's their kind of, I don't know, sometimes it's not even a hobby for some people. Like it is their business.
Right. Yeah. So, people are into these, like traveling to different. Yes.
So, and we have a couple that will be coming from Vinton, like the one they do like a few events in Vinton and just different areas all over. And so come support us.
If you could look into the future and think of a type of event that you'd love to make a part of the MWW lineup, what do you think?
Gosh, we want a big artist. We want, we want a big artist.
Let's speak it into existence.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've looked at several different ones.
Nobody's asked me anything about performing.
Okay, well, man, they were supposed to call you.
You probably got my old number.
Yes, but you know, just looking at maybe some, you know, older but not as let's just say popular these days, or some that's been on American Idol. And I know Henry County Fair, big shout out to them. They've got a few like American Idol artists, people coming up. I just had talked to Roger the other day, and like they've got a great entertainment lineup for Henry County Fair this year, so that's going to be great. So so we're always working to improve, to you know, not just, you know, perform or give that entertainment value for our local attendees, but to draw outside
people come on in.
Yes, exactly. And all of us together makes that, you know, like I said again, a destination, you know, with the food, the entertainment, the event. So that's what I'd like to see.
Well, my number,
just keep adding on.
I will share my current number with you, so that folks can contact
me. That sounds good.
And thank you for all you do in the community with MWW and your work with Piedmont Community Services, just building people up and making sure that we're all approaching life from a great space.
Right. Yes, thank you for having me. Thank you for all you do as well. Like, you do a lot. You really do, and this is great. It's great to highlight all these wonderful things. So thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on the spot.
Thank you.